Okay, so the last thing I want to say, I just want to be really quick, actually. So first, I wish that I could have a Nigerian accent, like a real authentic accent that's like, so what are you doing? I beg. But I don't. I don't because I didn't grow up around a lot of Nigerians. My mom didn't hang out with a lot of her people. There's some things, but I'm just not gonna say some things. You probably just it's just I don't, you should probably just protect certain things. But yeah, to the point that when I learned that akada was a word that was used as a slur, that is used as a slur, I remember my mom just teaching us the meaning of it being lost. You know, I never heard her use it in a derogatory way. I don't even, I don't know. I don't even think she was around people enough to know that this is what was happening. But what I'm saying is that I have a lot of influence from growing up in Georgia, a lot of African American influence. And so I'm trying to find a voice now, particularly since this is my girl/woman inheritance. And to not have a language for that, and not only that, to have a language that is within a colonized form. Not only that, I majored in French in college, so that's a double colonization, you know? I need to know Igbo. I need to know the language of my period, the language of my puberty, the language of my anatomy, the language that I come from that would allow molestation to be something that was done to me because of my inability to find strength in the voice that I carry, in the girl/woman voice, through my mom. So, yeah, I'll have to do a trigger warning for that. And then I also wanted to say that I have a grandparent that had a birthday recently, and they are in their 80s, except they never gave condolences for my mom's passing, and, there's a lot of stuff, and although they had wanted me to come down to Columbus to live because I was struggling out here, but granted, they never came to anything I did, like asked about anything I did or anything, and they're busy raising other people's children. Not other people's, like they're busy being a parent as a grandparent, if that makes sense. And a lot of the reason of that is generational trauma that I'm learning. That if something's not dealt with properly, the next generation takes that on. And so they're not able to kind of function. And so that thing of the grandparent raising the grandchild, I think, becomes a thing because that pattern has repeated itself. So it's just a mess is what I'm saying, and it's a mess that I carry, and that is a sickness for me that I carry from these different things. And that's just the very sanitized version that counseling has a very gutter understanding of what's really happening. Um, and then I have to, and so I can't call them. I can't, after figuring out starting to figure things out and understanding of this sickness that's within me, only thing I can do right now is focus on this and give a recognition of it. Give a recognition of it in private or mention it in a place like this. Then also, I checked on my father on Thanksgiving to make sure that he was okay. But Thanksgiving is also my mom's birthday, and never had he sent a text just checking to make sure we're okay for my mom's passing or give condolences. And so that's another example of the sickness that this is. And so the reason I did that is because it's important, I think, for me to face what this all is with the healthy distance right now. Even though my dad's influenced me a lot, I told you he would sing us to sleep. At least me, I remember. So I have the voice that comes from him. I think I sound like him when I sing, and yeah. But I want to at least get counseling. He's getting older too, and of course through Zoom because that's the safest way. I can't do it in person because it just doesn't feel. The first step is to really kind of see if it's possible to get to the root of what's happening to make this such asymmetry, such unhealthiness, you know? And so, yeah, so that's all I want to say. Let me go ahead and get to something if I can get to it tonight. And yeah. And the song went like this. It went like the song went like this. It went like, go to sleep, my baby. Go to sleep, my baby. It kind of even sounds like a Hebrew pentatonic scale when I did AP Music Theory. Go to sleep, my baby. Go to sleep before the sun goes down. Mama's gone to work, Papa's gone to stay. Ain't nobody here but me and my baby. Go to sleep, my baby. Then it, a couple more verses before it ends on, go to sleep before the sun goes down. So this is one of the voices that I'm familiar with, this African American influenced voice, even though my father comes from a bastard lineage. So there's a lot going on here. I'm the shadow self of both African Americans and Africans. My existence is that, I've come to understand. My lineage line, immediate family line's existence is that. So if you find yourself kind of getting addled inside, I'm pretty sure that's part of what it is. That I am the shadow self. I represent the shadow self of each of these groups. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. So anyway, let me go. I would like to have that a Nigerian accented voice as well, and that I find it's developing, that's developing slowly. I'm learning this voice. It's starting to come to me slowly. So all right, let me go ahead and post this and say good night. All right, have a good night. Bye.